Tolerance Day is a special day in our school. It happens once a year and it's compulsory for all the students, though they don't have lessons, traditional lessons. They have two workshops that they have to participate in. Um, they know the programs 1 week before the Tolerance Day, and they can choose between a lot of them. So it's 2 times 90 minutes, and we propose around 20-25 programs for one session. So they can choose for both sessions a program that they are interested in, and we try to make it happen for them so that they can go to the one that they chose. At the end of the two workshops, every class gets together and they discuss where they went, how was it, and we also give them a survey so that they write down how was the workshops they participated in, and they can also give us ideas what to do next year, and we try to make it happen. Most workshops are held by Hungarian NGOs, mostly NGOs that work with equal rights for gays, for ex-prisoners, for gypsies, which is the biggest minority in Hungary. We also invite, since the refugee crisis, we invite NGOs that work with refugees. And every year we have a special topic for the Tolerance Day, and the workshops are related to this topic. But we have also a lot of NGOs that come back year after year because they are successful. And for example, we have a Hungarian NGO that work with, and also the volunteers are homeless people. They come back every year, and it's one of the most popular workshops. Social studies is a kind of mixture of sociology, social psychology, a bit political studies, a bit history, a bit cultural anthropology. It was created because it's very important for the students to talk about actual topics and not only talk about history that happened in the past, about minorities, tolerance, solidarity, what kind of rights we have and what we have to do in certain situations. I think what I like is to discuss topics that I'm interested in and the students are interested in. So I think the perfect match is when we can talk about something that everyone is interested in, and then I can motivate them, of course, easily, and they can get excited about topics. Social studies is an optional lesson for the last 2 years students. They can choose if they wanna pass the final exam in the social studies subject. Of course, the topics are a bit given because of the final exam, but it's also very vague. It's possible to talk more about something that a certain group is interested in, as we can talk about a lot of different subjects or topics. There can be surprising things, and often I give them as homework to look up the media and to see what's happening, or to look after a certain topic, and so I can be surprised as well. The hardest part is that it's only 2 times a week, and we don't have this continuity that would be better. But sometimes we go to do some outdoor programs, go to theater or to see an exhibition, or sometimes I invite a lecturer or an NGO to talk about a certain topic. So I try to make it more colorful so that they don't see only me. But it would be better to have more time for all these topics.
Amikor azt találtuk ki, hogy legyen nyelvi előkészítő év az iskolában, eredetileg az volt a koncepció, hogy akkor hagyományos értelembe vett tantárgyakat nem szabad tanítani, És az egyik választható lehetőség volt, hogy demokráciára nevelés tantárgy legyen. Tehát az ötlet az innen származik. Én szerettem volna, hogyha valami más neve van, agóra vagy valami ilyesmi. Én azt gondolom, hogy az iskolának a működésének kell olyannak lenni, hogy az a demokrácia gyakorlatára tanítsa a diákokat. Az elképzelésünk az volt, hogy vegyük végig a demokrácia alapfogalmait, elsősorban az alapvető emberi jogokkal, másodszorban a diákjogokkal foglalkozunk sokat. Nagyon nem tantárgykeretben működünk, hanem elsősorban beszélgetünk, és hogy sokkal többen gondolkodnak ilyenkor együtt a fontos kérdésekről, mint amikor valamilyen hagyományos tantárgyról van szó. És az a kedvenc részem, amikor történetekkel jönnek és mesélik a saját élményeiket, meg egymással vitatkoznak, meg amikor kiderül, az jobban megismerem, hogy hogyan gondolkodnak a diákok. Hát leginkább talán két dolog. Az egyik, hogy nehéz megtanulni a vitatkozásnak a módjait, azt a felnőttek sem tudják sose. Azt nehéz megtanulni, hogy türelmesen végighallgatni a másikat, és érvelni, nem indulattal vitatkozni, illetve hogy a demokrácia működésében nem csak az a demokrácia, amikor az győz egy vitában vagy egy szavazás során, ami a mi álláspontunk, hanem hogy az ember képes legyen elviselni azt, hogy ez egy folyamatos gondolkodás, folyamatos harc, és hogy aktív szerepvállalást jelent a demokrácia szerinti működés.
Every year, all the 8 classes in our school have a project about sex and drugs. They talked about puberty and worked on different tasks about various drug species. The students created their own folders out of the tasks paper. Some 8 classes had a project about hard and soft drugs. During this project, they built some models to show the negative effects of drinking alcohol and smoking. It damaged the health, body and lifestyle. These are some examples: a lack of a smoker, a cigarette with the unhealthy ingredients, a box of cigarette. On each cigarette, a negative effect of smoking is listed.
Our UNESCO group meets once a week, thinks about ways to collect money and organize charity events. After the event, some students and teachers of our UNESCO course hand over the money to the institution in a formal way, in front of the whole school. We inform all the students about our achievements in a creative way. For example, our first charity event was the help of kids in Nepal with the German association called World Population. Another one was with the UNICEF, where we helped kids in Kosovo. We did a charity event called Lights in the Night for Children's Rights, a human chain for rights of kids in the world. We also helped children in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Some students and teachers of our school took part in a convoy to take goods and money to a school there. One of our biggest charity events was Christopher Blind. paid operations for nearly dying kids in Africa. We were able to donate 2,700 euros. We also didn't help an orphanage in Africa. The whole school found sponsors and took part in sponsors. We are still open for new events that will occur in our school.
One of our school projects was centered around the 25th anniversary of the fall of the German Wall. The final part of this project took place in our gym. Students of every class had prepared something about the fall of the wall and presented it. The students of the 10th grade guided the smaller students through the presentation. The highlight of the presentation was the paper wall that was hanging in the middle of the gym and which was taken down by the younger pupil. This was an imposing ending for everybody.
For us, the teachers of the secondary school number 15 in Krakow, teaching citizenship education means primarily teaching open-mindedness and tolerance towards other people. We teachers often wonder how to teach about our national identity and European identity. Of course, we do it during regular classes of Polish literature, history, civic education, but also during trips to museums where students learn about history, literature and art, civil duties and patriotism in difficult times in history of Poland and Europe. We often organize events for the students, for local community and for our foreign guests. Students put up the shows and present famous figures from Polish history, literature, culture and sport.
Every year, the teachers of Polish organize the School Art Festival, during which students' performances refer to Polish, European and world's masterpieces of art. The aim of these events is to develop a sense of strong national identity both in students and spectators when they think of the national heritage of their homeland.
Interviewing local activists enables students to learn about local politics, to see what people represent us, and to understand social problems. Students can also see what it takes to work as a politician.
No to może zacznijmy od początku. Co Pana zachęciło do kandydowania do Rady Dzielnicy 12?
Oż to było już tak bardzo dawno temu, że może nie pamiętam, ale tak żartu całkiem poważnie mówiąc, to chęć jakiegoś pomocy osobom, też nabíhały mi osoby, z którymi tam gdzieś działałem wspólnie na osiedlu.
20th century brought tragic events and processes which resulted in the fall of traditional values and the emergence of totalitarian regimes. The concepts such as a total war, the Holocaust, Nazism, communism and expulsion became synonymous with those events.
In the first year, we learn about the history of the 20th century and World War II. During regular lessons, we do individual research on the situation of Krakow during World War II. Visit local places such as Kazimierz Ghetto, the concentration camp in Warsaw, discover the facts about our own families during World War II and the communist times by interviewing the members of our families.
I found out about my family that the Second World War II, my uncle was deported to Germany with his family. He had to work there and he could only speak in German.
The story, told by a witness of history, becomes even more vivid to students personally visit such places as the Krakow Ghetto, Oskar Schindler's enamel factory, the Auschwitz-Birkenau Museum, or the Museum of the Warsaw Uprising. Before visiting such places, our students have to be prepared. At school, they watch films such as The Pianist, Schindler's List, The Courageous Heart of Irena Sender. Later, they talk about the films and read the books.
Tolerance does not mean that I have to agree with others, but that I have to recognize their right to exist and express themselves. We teach young people how to properly understand and apply the concept of tolerance.
During English lessons, we play a tolerance game. The objectives of the game are to point out the socially accepted attitudes and behaviors, to be aware of the issues of tolerance, and to understand the significance of tolerance.
It was useful because I could see what my classmates think about tolerance and confront it with my own opinions.
I didn't speak much, but it was interesting to hear the opinions of the others on tolerance and intolerance.
While teaching about tolerance and human rights, we often get a support from other institutions. Thanks to this cooperation, we can organize interesting workshops, such as the youth debate, I Have a Dream, a workshop on Martin Luther King, prepared in cooperation with the American Consulate in Krakow, or meetings with the representatives of NGOs such as Amnesty International, Mifgash, or Never Again. All these activities in our school are aimed at building a sense of partnership and respect towards the different others, the elderly and generally to all the people. Such actions in turn help create a positive image of our school in our local community.
It is dawning in the school every day, and every day with the same goal, to help our students to be good Christians and honest citizens. The raw material is of the highest quality. Boys and girls hoping for living with concerns, looking forward to making our world a better place, more supportive and fair. The sunlight is sweeping off the light of the lamps, and the day is beginning in our school. Good morning, everyone. Good morning are our first words. Good morning is a wish and a place for reflections and values education. All our students meet together at 8 a.m. This year, our motto is, first, the last ones. We want to focus our attention in the ones who suffer and have needs.
Significance, but of a personal significance. We must remember that when Jesus dies, death is the end. But in reality, 3 days later, he came back. So this has a significance for us that's not only religious, but personal. What's the significance? The significance is, if you have a problem, you go, if you're passing through a difficult situation, you must remember that there's always hope, and you can always change the situation.
But not everything is about talk, beautiful talks. Let's take action. There are a lot of projects carried out from the Pastoral Care Department, which are meant to achieve this noble goal. Baby food collection campaign, food collection campaign, the Solidarity Sandwich or campaign against anger, Domund. And as Seneca used to say, we learn to confront life, not to confront school. Our students are being brought up to have academic success and be good professionals, but also and mainly to be good people. Once a week, the students have a mentoring class where they learn about many topics which help them grow and develop abilities useful for their life.
Bueno, pienso que la tutoría es uno de los grandes pilares de la actividad educativa de un colegio, porque es el seguimiento de un grupo de alumnos, es el conocer a la familia, es el seguimiento de un alumno o de una alumna en todas sus dimensiones, como estudiante, como persona, y yo creo que hace que todo el mundo crezcamos como comunidad educativa.
It is not like another subjects because we needed to improve ourselves and to live more in society.
¿Tú te has quedado solo? Sí. ¿Vale? ¿Tú te has quedado solo?
The playground is a place to meet and keep in touch. Games, confidence, celebrations, the educative presence in the free time is basic for an integral accompaniment of the young people. The students of the 3rd grade of secondary school have a subject called Education for Citizenship in their curriculum, which address the basic elements of a democratic society in a systematic way.
This subject helps to be a better person.
I like it because it helps us to be more democratic people.
And the class is finished. Boys and girls come back home to have lunch. They deserve it after the work done. But the afternoon comes and the school doesn't lose its rhythm. It is still open as the welcoming house that it is. The activities are multiplied: sport, theater classes, music. The bustle doesn't stop until the night comes. Goodbye, sun. See you tomorrow. There is silence everywhere. Let's dress with the hope of having sown seeds that tomorrow will germinate peace, solidarity, and justice. Fruits that will convert our world into a better one. Remain silent, rest, sleep, dream. It is possible.
I have some questions related to our project for you. Shall we start?
Okay, let's do it.
Why do we need to integrate migrant students or disabled students into school?
We need to do this because there's life except for the school and we live together. Thanks to school, these people are able to get used to our culture. In addition to this, there are some important parts of life, and the school is one of them. So, those who integrated into school are going to be happy and feel peaceful in community.
Do you know any visually impaired or disabled one in our school? If yes, what kind of opportunities does our school present this one or ones?
Yes, we have disabled students and visually impaired students. In our practices, we reduce visual factors as possibly as so that they can participate in lessons, and we use some equipment for them. One of the equipment we use is computer. With the help of this computer, disabled one can see letters bigger than what they actually are. By doing so, we are trying to minimize the problems related to sight.
Okay, let's look at the last question. What kind of activities, involvement, projects and courses for migrant students are there in our school?
There is a lesson we prepare for our disabled students, democracy and civil rights. In this lesson, we teach them how to improve the citizenship consciousness. Furthermore, there are some social activities of that lesson, such as the Day of Civil Rights or Citizenship Day. On such practices, our goal is, by assigning more tasks, make them participate in socio-cultural activities in our school.
Thank you, that's all.
You're welcome.
Hi. We have a project, and I have some questions for you. Shall we start?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Why do we need to integrate migrant students or disabled students into school?
In my opinion, integration of this kind of students can increase communication between healthy students and disabled ones. And also, maybe they don't have feeling of leaving behind. And they may increase some self-confidence because that's important thing. And maybe both sides of them can increase tolerance. That's the point, I think.
Okay, let's have another question. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know any visually impaired students or any impaired students in our school? If your answer is yes, what kind of opportunities does our school present to this one or ones?
Yes, I know two students in our school, and they have visually impaired students. So we have a special classroom in our school. It has some special equipment for them. For example, a main board and a monitor, and they have designed specially for them, so they can understand and they can follow the lesson in an easier way. Yeah.
What kind of involvement activities, projects, or courses for migrant students are there in our school?
We have some Erasmus Plus projects, such as All Together Inclusion and let's say Stop to Gender Discrimination, and one of them multicultural aspect. By taking part in these projects, they may develop some responsibilities. They can have a chance being together with students from different countries, and I think they can develop thinking ways, so they feel more relaxed in society. And also we have some courses, art courses, music courses. They feel more relaxed in these courses. I think that's the relaxing way.
Okay, is that all?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.